Alright guys, welcome back to more
Such a climb.
Assassin's Creed Revelations. Had to stop there.
Così bello qui. This is where your order began?
It began thousands of years ago, but here it was reborn.
By the man you mentioned, Altair?
Altair ibn La'ahad. He built us up and set us free. He saw the folly of keeping a castle like this. It had become a symbol of arrogance and a beacon for all our enemies.
And the mandate for menacing hoods? Was that his idea as well? You
All right,
mentioned Creed before. What is it?
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That is rather cynical.
It would be if it were doctrine, but it is merely an observation of the nature of reality. To say that nothing is true is to realize that the foundations of society are fragile, and that we must be the shepherds of our own civilization. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions, and that we must live with their consequences, whether glorious or tragic.
Do you regret your decision to live as an assassin for so long?
I do not remember making that decision. This life, it chose me. For 3 decades, I have served the memory of my father and my brothers, and fought for those who have suffered the pain of injustice.
Okay. So, since he's now done asking questions, here we are in Masaif.
Those years, but it is time to live for myself and let them go. Let go of all of this.
Okay.
Then let go. You will not fall far.
Okay. Are you guys done? Because I'm trying to make a video here. So here we are in Masaif. We're with Sophia. We cannot return back to Animus Island because Animus Island seems to be breaking or deleting, as it might be. So we can't. Ally lost. Really? Fine. Fine. Do this again. Stupid video game. So, we're here. We have the 5 Masaif keys. There does not appear to be any sort of Templar. I can talk over this because we've already seen this now. There doesn't seem to be any Templars in Masaif at all. So we might be home clean, but that is I'm not doubting, or I'm not believing that for a second. I looked at our DNA. We're 76% through the game. We do have, quite a few missions that we have not completed yet. But I want to say we're in like our last memory for Ezio, like our last memory block or memory sequence. So we may end up, for some future videos, end up going back to try and like 100% some of the memories. I know that there is some DLC as well. That we can end up doing. I might end up jumping back and doing a DLC for Brotherhood that we missed, and it's I was looking it up in trophies, and it's about Leonardo da Vinci. So we may jump back and do that. We may end up going right into some DLC for this, because I want to say this is actually getting very close to being done. Like maybe 5, maybe 10 videos at most.
To live as an assassin for so long.
All right, come on, just walk.
I remember making that decision. This life, it chose me. For 3 decades, I have served the memory of my father and my brothers, and fought for those who have suffered the pain of injustice.
All right, so now we have a new. Okay, walk with her to the library door.
But it is time to live for myself and let them go. Let go of all of this.
Then let go. You will not fall far.
Alright, so we have the 5 keys. I want to take a look at this first. So, okay, so I see a centaur. These are constellations, but I don't know the names of the constellations. So there's the centaur, the horse, the crab. Crab is Cancer. Oh, wow, you need a lot of keys.
The end of the road.
To complete the puzzle, unlock the library door. Okay, well, it's not doing anything there. So it looks like maybe some of the keys are already in, and maybe the 5 smaller hole. No, there's 6, 7. Okay.
What do you hope to find behind that door?
Knowledge, above all else.
Is it all?
Altair was a profound man.
Okay, here we go.
He built this place as a repository for all his wisdom. He saw many things in his life and learned many secrets, both troubling and strange. Knowledge that would drive lesser men to despair.
Okay.
Does that worry you?
I want...
Sophia,
Okay, so this one...
that I am not a lesser
How do we
man.
rotate? No, this one would go here.
Ezio.
Rotate right. Does not perfectly match. It may match... Nope. Matches that one. Okay. This one is going to have 2 coming out of it in the same area. Okay, can't... Nope. So I'm gonna put that back. Okay,
What
interact.
do you hope to find behind that door?
Okay, hold on.
Knowledge, above all else. Altair was a profound
Oh, maybe
man
I can only
and
do
very
these
writer.
4. Okay.
He built this place as a repository for all
Ooh.
his wisdom.
Nope. Okay, so it's not that. So this is this. That's easy.
He saw many things in his
This...
life, learned many secrets, both troubling and strange.
That's
Knowledge
promising.
that would drive lesser men to despair.
Is it this?
Does that worry
Okay. Okay, so we're doing the bird.
You should know by now that I am not a lesser man.
you? Ezio.
There we go.
You had better come out of there alive.
I plan to.
Oh, we can't even see the door anymore. Okay, explore Altair's library. Okay, so we'll put we'll light up all the sconces on the wall. And with it being a library, I'm surprised that Sophia does not want to be down here. She does love books. Holy crap, books. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle chair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 11. What does that mean? Although there aren't really that many books. There are a couple of scrolls.
No
Oh,
books,
it's Altair's body.
no wisdom. Just you, fratello mio. Requiescat in pace, Altair.
Okay. This is gonna have like some mind-blowing revelation, isn't it? Hey. Like Altair gave up the creed at 92 years old or something like that.
You have seen to my books.
Yes. Some we sent with the Polos. The rest will go with me to Alexandria.
Good. Very good.
Father, I do not understand. Why did you build a library if you did not intend to keep your books?
You should go. When the Mongols return, Masyaf must be empty.
I see. This is not a library at all. It is a vault.
It must stay hidden, Darim. Far from eager hands. At least until it has passed on the secret it contains.
What secret?
Go, son. Go be with your family. And live well.
All that is good in me began with you, Father.
Okay.
In much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
What does it tell you? What do you see?
Strange visions and messages of ones who came before, of their rise and their fall.
But what happens to us, Altair? To our family? What does the apple say?
Who were the ones who came before? What brought them here? How long ago?
Get rid of that thing!
This is
That-
my duty, Maria.
That's what I thought.
If you are asked, say I sent the apple away. Tell them I sent it to Cyprus or Cipango, or that I dropped it into the sea. Tell them anything to keep men away from this place. This apple must not be found. Not until the time is right.
Sit a moment and rest, so then that's going to be dying in peace. I think the apple is what was keeping him alive for so long, too. Because, I mean, this is the Dark Ages. 1200s. And, not many people live to be past, 40. And here's Altair living to, 92. That was a nice transition. I liked that. This one might go longer, depending. Find Altair's Apple of Eden. We just got 73. Okay, sure.
Another artifact. No. You will stay here. I have seen enough for one life. Desmond?
He's talking to me.
I heard your name once before, Desmond. A long time ago. And now it lingers in my mind, like an image from an old dream. I do not know where you are, or by what means you can hear me. But I know you are listening. I have lived my life as best I could, not knowing its purpose, but drawn forward like a moth to a distant moon. And here at last, I discover a strange truth. That I am only a conduit for a message that eludes my understanding. Who are we, who have been so blessed to share our stories like this? Speak across centuries. Maybe you will answer all the questions I have asked. Maybe you will be the one to make all this suffering worth something in the end. Now, listen.
Whoa.
Do you hear me, Cypher? Can you see me? strange place, this nexus of time. I am not used to the calculations. That has always been Minerva's domain. I see you still have many questions. Who were we? What became of us? What do we desire of you? You will have your answers. Only listen, and I will tell you how. Both before the end and after, we sought to save the world. We built vaults within which to work, each dedicated to a different method of salvation. They were placed underground to avoid the war which raged above, and also as a precaution should we fail in our efforts. Each vault's knowledge was transmitted to a single place. It was our duty, mine, Minerva's, and Juno's, to sort and sample all that was collected. We chose those solutions which held the most promise, and devoted ourselves to testing their merits. 6 we tried in succession, each more encouraging than the last, but none worked. And then the world ended.
My PS3 is making a noise, and I'm not sure if it's not good. It's causing that lag. Like, my PS3 is now working overtime for some reason. Okay, I have a feeling the lady with the baby is going to be important. Whoa. Oof.
The earth shook for days, the fires burned for weeks, and when the ash had settled, less than 10,000 of your kind still lived, and far fewer of ours. But we carried on, together, to rebuild, to renew. Listen, you must go there, to the place where we labored and lost. Take my words. Pass them from your head into your hands. That is how you will open the way. But be warned, much still remains in flux, and I do not know how things will end, either in my time or yours.
Wait, look, his vitals are stabilizing. Something's happening. He's moving.
Desmond, Can you hear me? Son?
Oh, that's nice.
I know what we need to do.
Is that it? Okay, nope. We're back as Ezio. Oh, okay. So Revelations. Okay, you play. Oh, well, that's actually the credits. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a longer video because I have a feeling these credits are going to be like 10 minutes long. Okay, so Desmond is now awakened from his coma. We still have a Desmond journey to do. So we're going to have at least a video after this. This game was a lot shorter than 2 and Brotherhood. I don't know why it was shorter, especially being the third game, at least in the Ezio trilogy. Like, I'm not 100% through with the game, clearly, but, I mean, like, this is less videos than the original Assassin's Creed took to 100%. So I mean, we still have a little bit to do. We have the Desmond Journey Part 5 to do. We also have we have a couple of missions that we still need to do. Now the guild missions, I don't know if we're going to be able to do or not, because for some reason they just don't want to like work all the time. It's like, oh, air assassinate 5 guards or whatever. I'm sure I've done that plenty of times. It's counted like 2. I want to say that there was a trophy for like poisoning 5 guards. We clearly poisoned like 8 in one video, and nothing. And I'm pretty sure we needed to have like 5 poisoned at once, and I'm pretty sure I still did that too. So I mean, we'll have a little bit of trophy collection to do. We'll have the Desmond's Journey Part 5 to do. We'll probably go and revisit a couple of memories, probably not all of them, and that will allow us to at least reconstructing Island. Okay, so my question is, with Subject 16, he was holding on to us, and he said he was saving us. So I got it wrong. I thought he was gonna like try and take over our body, which would have made sense, at least to me. Like he just seemed crazy enough to try and do that, and I'm assuming that he could, or like that there could possibly be a way to do that. So I don't know. Subject 16, not a sad death. Yusuf was a bit sad, but we didn't see it happen. I feel like we saw what led up to it, we would have, it would have had a bigger reaction, I think, from me. We also have a couple of books to get. We also still have some weapons and armor and tailor stuff to get too. We still have some buildings to buy. So there's probably just going to be a day where I'm going to let the PS3 sit on for like 4 hours, which, what, 20 minutes times 3 is an hour, so times 4, that's 12. 12 bank deposits I should end up getting within that like 3 hours, so that's, I think we make like 29,000. So I mean that's, you know, 290,000 and 58, so $348,000. Which, granted, that's not going to be enough to buy everything, but I will probably end up doing that once or twice, just to get the money so that we can end up buying more of the stuff, so that we can end up completing the game a bit more. Now, there is DLC with this game. I don't know how many DLCs there are. There's also multiplayer, but I'm not going to do the multiplayer. I highly doubt that anyone is playing the multiplayer on the PS3. because the Ezio collection was released on the PS4, so people might be playing it there. I don't know. One of the things I really liked was they allowed us to go back and revisit at Altair, which I know I've mentioned it many a times during the LP that we could end up. There's like a PSP game that we can end up playing that I believe takes place after the end of Assassin's Creed 1 in terms of the Altair timeline. And so we could do that for some more Altair mission stuff. But this game really definitely seemed to make Altair more of a likable character, because the first game he was just basically an ass. So Ezio being able to Ezio walking away from the Assassin's Order, I mean, his reasoning makes sense. He is, he didn't choose to be it. It chose him, and if he doesn't want to be it, then he shouldn't have to. I think it's just cycling through the same 7 images. So no, we got quite a few trophies. Not as much as we could end up getting, and we will probably end up getting a couple more. I don't know off the top of my head how many more we will end up getting. We will take a look at our trophies too when we get the chance. That'll probably be within the next couple of videos. I don't foresee us having so many more videos of this left. One for the Desmond Journey Part 5, and then one for probably all the building buying, one for all of the building and book buying, one for retrying some missions to 100% them, one probably to try a couple of those faction missions, so the bomb missions, the assassin missions. We do still have a master assassin mission somewhere to do, so we're going to have to work on that one too. I don't know which one it is, because we only have 5 or 6 assassins that are master assassins, and you're supposed to be able to get 7. So that'll end up adding a little bit more story too. Which now, because we're finished with the game, the story is going to get a little jumbled because we're doing some missions after the game has ended. But no, we're still at least following the Desmond timeline. And I think before we do Assassin's Creed 3, I'm going to jump back and do. We still have do the DLC for this game. We still have some DLC for Brotherhood that we haven't done, and if I can get a copy of the PSP game, I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to record that, because I did get a PSP for pretty cheap, and if I can end up recording that or just downloading the game on PS3. And then if we can end up doing that, then that'll end up being like a nice conglomeration of all of the Assassin's Creeds involving Ezio and Altair before we move on to, I think the next person's name is Connor or something. It's Assassin's Creed 3, which I believe is American Revolution, I think. I have the game, I haven't touched it. I have 4 and Unity, haven't touched them. So, I mean, there's like 13 Assassin's Creed games that we can end up doing. We've only done 4. So, I don't know when we're going to get to like Assassin's Creed 3 or anything like that. And I'm not overly concerned. We'll get to it when we get to it, which will be nice. I already have a couple ideas for the next LP that's going to end up replacing this, in which I think you guys will like it. I'm not entirely sure. It may end up being a quick LP. It may not. For some of the ones that I'm thinking of, will end up being blind LPs. So it's very possible that those can end up being long or short too. I'm not entirely sure. I would like the what language are we in right now? Because that'd be very useful to know. The fact that we have to go through like 7 different languages for a game that's in English. It's like, if you have the Spanish game, then show the Spanish credits. Like that's my thinking, because like now they're basically like the credits have been going on for like 11 minutes now. So it's a little grating, because this is the 4th time I've seen various voice talents, and they're all different, and it's like, why? Nolan North, hey, Nolan North is he's Drake from Uncharted. I know that much. He was also in something else, but I don't know off the top of my head. I don't think is he Assassin? Is he Ezio? I don't think he is. I could be wrong. But I know Nolan North, I believe, is Drake from Uncharted, which we should definitely end up doing some more Uncharted games on the channel eventually, because there's 4 more games, and supposedly they all get better and better. So that'll end up being great, because the first game was fun. Not the best game in the world, but it's definitely fun. And so 2, I hear, is like the best one. So that'll end up being great to eventually touch. Oh, something I should mention now is I have signed up for a website. It's called like Backloggery, where you can end up keeping track of like your game, the games that you own, and whether or not you've beaten them, or whether or not you've played them, or whether or not you've completed them, or whatever. And so I've started adding games onto that. I have 130 of like the 500 games that I have on there, and let's just say that I'm not great at completing my games, or I'm not great at even playing my games. Like, I think of the 125 I have on there, I've played 20. So that, God, I feel like we've already passed through some of these credits. I pressed X and nothing happened, and that's as far as I'm going to go with the button pressing. Ubisoft, IK. Where's IK? Where's my Assassin's Creed Revelations case? Editing lead, editing. Oh yeah, Uplay, because I unlocked so many Uplay actions, and I unlocked so many multiplayer bonuses that I'm definitely going to end up using. They're wonderful. Which we may try and go back into the Desmond memories, just to try and unlock some of the multiplayer bonuses, just to get them. Because then it's nothing that I have to do later if I do the multiplayer by myself in the future. I think there was one point where after I beat Assassin's Creed 2, and granted this was 4 or 5 years ago for Assassin's Creed 2, I jumped into multiplayer and people were still playing the multiplayer despite like Assassin's Creed 4 having been released. So you may end up finding some players for Assassin's Creed. HR Anasi Bucharest? Where the hell are we? Like, Ubisoft Quebec, was it Quebec or Montreal that was the creator of the original Rayman? Singapore? Like, how many different Ubisofts are there? Like, how many different countries do we need to be in for Ubisoft? Gameplay, engineering, oh my god. So no, this is, from at least my understanding, with the Assassin's Creed story, this is Ezio's last game, to my understanding. We may end up seeing him as a flashback in a future game. We may end up, there might be like a PSP or a PS Vita game that is Ezio based. But I think with the Ezio trilogy, they did basically everything that they needed to. Also, what happened to Ezio's other piece of Adam, or other piece of Eden? Like, he had one, he lost it in Brotherhood. I don't remember him getting it in Brotherhood, getting it back in Brotherhood though. God, it's been so long since I've played Brotherhood. I should probably refresh on that. especially if I'm going to do the DLC. I mean, other than that, like, how are you guys? If you've been sticking around for this 36-minute video that's going to keep going until we're already... Why are we back to Ubisoft North America? Like, why is that not the first one? How have we gone like a full circle and it's not ended the credits? Like, North America should be the first one since this is a North American copy of the game. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So if you have any requests for games that you would like to see me do, you can check out my video game collection videos. Oh, hey, special thanks. So we are actually near the end. You can check out my collection videos of what games I end up having. Those are outdated, as I've completely, as my collection has been updated so many times since those. You could also check out my backloggery, but that is a little bit incomplete at the moment. So we just suggest a game, and I'll let you know if I have it or if I have like the prequel to the game or something. So Assassin's Creed Revelation uses Bink Video 1997 to 2011. Whatever Bink Video is, because I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Getty Images. Holy hell, that's a lot of images. There's Havoc for something. I don't know. Malmo Symphony Orchestra? Ooh. That's nice. Uses TroyViz for games technology powered by Darkworks. Powered by WWise, Ubisoft. Warning, it is a violation to copy, duplicate, or reproduce this program or any portions of the program within. Alright, so now we're back as Desmond. And the game is saving, so that is nice. And we have one more Desmond memory to do. And then we can go back there and play more as Ezio. So, when we come back, guys, we will be doing the Desmond Part 5. Thanks for watching, and I will see you then.